Hello YouTube. I thought I'd do a video just saying a little bit about my history about being in a van. I first did this life back in 2013. At the time I'd split up from someone and had this idea obviously of wanting to be in a van. And my first week actually I ended up stopping it back in my Luton van. At the time it was beginning of May, we're actually saying it, we're actually 1st of May. It was bloody freezing. I just had this camp bed, sleeping bag, and this little gas stove. Oh, it was so cold. I remember that. Anyway, I didn't have much money actually. I had a car which I ended up selling. I got £1,000 for that. And I think I had about, I don't know, £300 or £400 in cash. I hooked on eBay, Gumtree, looking for vans, and then soon realised that I've got nowhere enough, money, for one. But then I spotted one on Gumtree. It was an old one. It wasn't even registered as a camper. It was just registered as a panel van, and it was the old Smiley short wheelbase van, but it been converted in back, just basically a bed, lino flooring, had this really little tiny round sink with a pump which wasn't even connected up, but it had the most comfiest bed I've ever had. I'll never forget that. I slept so well on that bed. I remember it wasn't a proper mattress; it was just foam. But anyway, the van itself, I mean, to be honest, it looked a bit of a shitter. It really did. Rust on wheel arches. The footwell was a great big hole in it. It was just, it was just tatty. I mean, but paid £950 for it. What do you expect? I remember showing my mother it, and she actually ended up in tears when she realised, how bad it was. She thought, God, I'm going to be living in this. She wasn't quite enthusiastic about me going in there. Anyway, so I was in that for 3 months. Completely new to van life. So I always remember I used to drive around, and around. Is in trying to find spots, and always paranoid about, is this going to be all right? And I mean, I had no knowledge of van life, so shower. I mean, I still talk to me. I did still talk to my ex, so she used to let me, use the shower there, and I used to wash my clothes there, and some of my stuff was still stored there. So as far as in having any knowledge of van life, I think that's when I just started probably watching videos on YouTube then, and. Yeah, I had that for 3 months, and he ended up selling it. And amazingly, I got virtually what I paid for it. I got £900 for it, which, I mean, I tarted it up a bit better from when I got it. I kind of like try to fill some of these holes in, so it didn't look as bad. When I sold it than when I first got it, so that helped. So I got £900 for that, and briefly ended up going back to X's. Just letting me stay there really until I could get something else sorted out, and I ended up borrowing some money. I got about £3,000, £3.5 I can't quite remember now, but again looking on Gumtree, and then came across this ex police bus which had been converted to a camper van, which was a complete vast difference to what I had. This had a fridge, it had a gas hob, storage under the seating, one of them where you had to put your slacks over to make your bed up on a night time, which was a total pain in the ass, to be honest. So eventually you end up just leaving it, set up all the time. I always remember actually how uncomfy that it's them caravan type of cushions, and never did sleep well in that van, and I don't know why I didn't get a mattress. So I should have got a bloody mattress. I ended up getting one of them blow-up ones just to try to improve it, and never did sleep well on that. But it was a good van, good tidy van, and I were in that for a further 6 months, and then cutting a long story short, really ended up being able to rent this room what somebody had, and I was staying there. in Leeds, because I ended up on a temporary job, and yeah, I wasn't really, happy there, and I still had the van, and I ended up just looking on spareroom.com and came across this place where I'd been holidaying for 30 years in Scarborough, which overlooks the harbour, and got in touch with a guy, and he had one of his studio flats to rent, so packed everything back into the camper and drove over there and signed up with him, and eventually within 2 weeks landed me sent a job, which when you look back and that, like, you think, oh, I wish I'd have done things differently, etc. I wish I'd actually, once I'd got the job, because I needed an address to be able to get one, and I wish I'd moved back into the van, to be honest, because I'd have saved a few bob anyway. But yeah, so there 6 months, and I ended up selling a camper, and ironically I ended up meeting somebody who actually came from Leeds, and yeah, I ended up moving back to Leeds, and yeah, a few years, about 2 or 3 years down the line, she knew I'd done the life, and we moved back to Scarborough eventually, and it kind of like didn't go well really work-wise either way for both of us, and I ended up buying another camper van, and we landed jobs at Flamingo, and the idea was to stop at a local campsite. One of them, basically all we needed was a field and somewhere with a shower, and but when we told her we worked at Flamingo Land, and that lot of attitude changed, and she wasn't going to let us stay there. I got a clue why, to be honest, but anyway, that's how it went, and so obviously we couldn't stay. We ended up quitting that job and coming back to Leeds, and then staying in Leeds really in van, and that's how I got to know about places, like the storage place for showers, and started using gyms for showers, and landed me send this other job, which was driving, but the problem was it were overnights, and our last don't drive, so I couldn't do overnight, and I was staying in the van. So we ended up back in renting again, and did that for about a year, up until this year, and had missed this life, to be honest. I mean, when you're renting, you're just throwing money away, aren't you, giving it to somebody else? And I bought this van. I had an idea of buying another van for work, to be honest, but when I ended up getting this van, and kind of like wanting to get back into life, and I just put it to her, and she agreed. So yeah, I converted it, and yeah, from May up until now, obviously we're still in it, and we're probably going to experience its first proper winter. I'm just waiting for a diesel heater, which I've ordered. I've never fitted one, so I've been told it's not that bad to fit, so hopefully I get some one of them, and get through winter alright. So there you go, that's a little bit of history about me and van life at the moment. So catch you all later, bye bye.